Someone can ask AI a smart question and get a smart answer and still feel stuck. Tomorrow they need to make a decision, explain their thinking, or do the work. The answer is there, but the path is not. That is why Dean exists. Dean turns an answer into a guided learning experience. What to learn now, a safe way to practice, and an honest check when there is a real right answer. Today, Dean is testing that loop in 3 curated professional modules: Data to Decision, Build a Work Tool with Codex, and Executive Communication. They are not the end of the product. They are the beginning. A way to learn what works before opening Dean to more goals, subjects, and changing workplace skills. Dean starts with the real task. In this demo, a marketer needs to decide where next month's campaign budget should go. Dean asks a few short questions about the goal, the tools, and what the person already knows. Here is how the agent works. It remembers the learner's goal and answers, turns that context into a small learning plan, and chooses one useful next step. Explain, ask a question, or give a short practice task. The learner can see that plan as a route, a current lesson, and next steps. They do not have to guess where to go next. Here, the lesson is about comparing campaign results. It explains the decision, the information needed, and the simple rule: revenue minus spend. If the lesson sounds too technical, the learner can choose. Explain simply. Dean gives a shorter explanation and a real example, without making them start over. Next, the learner asks for a quick practice question. Dean asks one thing at a time. The learner explains that they would compare the money left after costs for each channel. Dean responds to the answer and keeps the feedback honest about what this lesson can and cannot check. Then the learner goes right back to the lesson. Later steps use machine and structural checks for work that has a clear, correct answer. This is important. Dean does not just sound confident, it shows what is being checked. When someone needs to get ready for a real work conversation, the AI study partner helps them warm up with a quick question, talk through their thinking out loud, or rehearse how they would explain it. It gives the learner room to think before it helps. Dean is for the moment after an answer, when a person needs to do something with it. It makes a clear path, helps when the learner gets stuck, and keeps the work connected to evidence. I use Codex to design and implement Dean's interface, learning experience, and durable Eve agent workflow. GPT 5.6 powers that tutor agent. It uses a learner's goal and calibration answers to create the learning route and the next lesson, explanation, or practice prompt. For work with a clear right answer, deterministic checks, not model opinion, decide the result.